What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, we need to talk about Shiba Inu because what's going on with SHIB right now, we're seeing it hit lower lows than we've seen in quite some time, which is sort of exciting and for some people sort of scary. So I keep getting the question, are we going to see it gain a zero? Well, there is kind of this complicated answer that we use in accounting, and it basically goes, it depends, right? It really does depend on what happens and what takes place outside of just Shiba Inu. And we'll get into all that stuff as we break down information in this video. But we need to talk about it. And before we get started, make sure you guys hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. If you guys do want to sign up for the Discord group, you can definitely sign up for that, which is a brand new Discord group that we created. It's not the official Shiba Inu Discord group that they created, but from the dev's own words, anybody can create something around Shiba Inu. We can create an ecosystem for the community to where it's community driven and not just led by, 5, 6, or however many people, right? So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's go ahead and dive into this. Now, as you can see, what I'm looking at is CoinMarketCap, and you can see the global crypto market is at $1.41 trillion, down another 11% today, which is crazy to see how much it has dropped in the last week or so. And I was absent for probably about 4 days. I was gone because I was on vacation, and a bunch of people were telling me about this, about things that were hitting lows. And I was like, oh, it's just another one of those dips that, maybe some people are, getting a little bit too concerned about. And a lot of times it recovers, but this looks like a heavy dip, and people are wondering, is it going to recover? Are we going to see this drop below previous lows, or are we going to see it, gain a zero before it actually loses a zero? So again, when we go down here and we look at the global crypto market, one thing that you can point out is that before it was in, I believe, the 14th or 15th spot. It might even been, no, it was in like the 11th spot. So it was basically all the way up here. And now you're seeing it all the way down here at an $8.2 billion market cap. Instead of being at, a 12 or, north of $10 billion market cap, or even north of $15 billion market cap, we're now seeing this at a market cap to where it's at its lowest point it's been at in quite some time, in a very, very long time. It's currently, when you look at the price, it's at about $14.70, and it keeps fluctuating right now, but you have seen it consistently drop today, just like everything else in the markets. And again, it's sort of scary. Now, when you go into Shiba Inu, again, you're going to see it's down 20% over the last 24 hours. So it's a hard cutoff from 24 hours to 24 hours. So basically 333 or 333 to 334 or something like that. That's the time today to the time, or the time yesterday to the time today, basically. So it's just crazy to see how much this has dropped, even in just today, right? You can see it's down 20%, down to 1491, and what I'm seeing over here is 1487. So again, it keeps fluctuating. You can see the market cap's at 8.1 billion dollar market cap. I'm getting so confused here because it's dropping so fast. We can see the volume is actually up 90%, but the volume doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing. This is a lot of selling volume that's going on. Now, is this something you should be concerned about? Everybody that I talk to, it's not selling, it's more buying. What I'm seeing is an overreaction from institutions, from people, from businesses that are investing heavily into this, and not regular people. And that's where we start to kind of need to step back, take a full step back, look at the entire crypto market from a 10,000, 100,000, 1 million foot view, right? And just stare at everything, not just the crypto market, but also the stock market. Understand that there are similarities that we are seeing within the stock market and the crypto market. The idea is that a lot of people in the government, right, hate cryptocurrency. Right? If they absolutely despise cryptocurrency, their best bet is to find a way to drive people out of it, drive the interest out of it. If you notice, anytime crypto goes down, the stock market would go up. Anytime the stock market would go down, the crypto market would go up. Well, now they seem to be flowing in the same direction. They're going down, both of them. right? You can tell that it has a heavy influence, or institutions have a heavy influence on the markets now as today goes, because again, you can take a poll and say, what are you doing with your Shiba Inu now that it's at these lows? And I guarantee that you would have 90% that come out and say, I'm buying more. I see this as a buying opportunity. I'm excited about this. Or some people that will say, look, I'm going to move this over to stable coins and then buy back in when it's at its absolute low. So no matter what, they're finding lower points to buy in, and they've done that. I've seen somebody that have already sold at about 1,700 and bought in at 1,500. So basically they saved about 200 there and bought a lot more coins in the process. So it's not really a negative or a net negative, it's a net positive on that case. So it's kind of, when you start to think about it, you're like, will it actually lose a zero? And unless the institutions hold on to a massive amount of these positions, which it seems like they do hold on to a lot of money, but not enough to shift it that much. If they hold on to a crazy amount and they're able to sell all of it and get out of it and, create panic, create fear, then yes, you could see it lose a zero. And that's what it's looking like is happening. They are trying to create fear in us. And there's so many questions that are coming up saying, hey, Matt, what should I do here? First, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You should, make your own decisions. It's better that you make your own decisions, because if I'm not around and you make that decision in the future, you're going to make the right decision because you know what is the wrong decision. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? From this example, you'll know what's the wrong decision. So for the next time, you'll be able to figure that out. So, basically when I look at Shiba Inu as a whole, the only way that I think that this is going to come back down is if we do see a heavy amount of institutions create a ton of fear and succeed in, creating that fear in the retail traders, retail investors. And if we don't have retail investors overreacting, we're fine. We're completely fine. And remember, if it does find a way to add another zero, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think Shiba Inu still has a massive amount of holders and it has a massive amount of potential. So if it actually adds another zero, that creates great burning potential and great buying potential. There's so many people that will now, instead of holding 100 million, they will now hold 1 billion or even 10 billion because it gives them that opportunity to do so, right? So I don't know. You guys let me know what you're thinking about it. I don't believe we will see it gain a zero. However, if it does, if that, 10%, 5%, whatever percentage chance, it's a very low percentage chance that we end up losing a zero happens, I'm sure it's going to create a buying spree, especially with me. I have 250 million. And if it does end up finding a way to lose a zero, I'm easily buying 1 billion. And that's just a fact. I have to, because you're never going to see those lows again, especially with the amount of holders. So you let me know your opinion. Do you think that it's going to lose a zero? Do you think that we're going to see this start to run soon? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I always like to know everyone's thoughts. I can't like or comment on everybody's stuff because of all of the scammers. Remember, there are people that are trying to impersonate me everywhere. So I will not, reach out to you and ask you for money. I will not tell you to reach out to my WhatsApp. I will not tell you to do anything. I would have said that I would tell you to reach out to me on Discord, but you can physically reach out to me on Discord if you want. I will not reach out to you. You reach out to me and we can definitely have that conversation as long as I do get a chance to get around to it. But make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.